The Boys Season 3 is simultaneously the best and the most disappointing season of the series. It's the best because it has the best action sequences, the most shocking what the F scenes, the best character performances, and the strongest narrative storyline. It's also the most disappointing because the ending falls completely on its face. The main plot of the season is Homelander. After the events of Season 2, has become increasingly more unstable, and now the boys are focusing all they can into finding a way to put an end to him for good. Pretty intriguing so far, and because powers were teased heavily in the trailers, we have something to look forward to in Butcher and the boys getting juiced up on V going against Homelander and the rest of the Seven. The entire season basically builds up this epic final match between Butcher and Homelander where they go scorched earth and use all they have to take each other out. We actually get a taste of that in episode 6 when Butcher and Soldier Boy first battle against Homelander. This fight shows us that even though Homelander is more powerful than Butcher, it doesn't make him completely invincible, as they get the upper hand on him multiple times and are actually able to bruise him for the first time in his life. It also shows us that Butcher is willing to die and let the people he cares about die to make sure he follows through on his mission. So logic would only dictate that in the last episode, during the climax of the season, we would get our scorched earth battle where Butcher and Homelander duke it out to the bitter end. It'd even be a nice callback to the end of the comics where Homelander dies fighting a clone of himself, but no, due to the fact that the series is only loosely inspired by the comics, and because they have to make this show have a fourth season, we just get back to status quo, with Homelander still being him, and Butcher still alive, unable to use Temp V, so now he's reverted back to a mere mortal, the exact same place where he started the season. And it makes you feel like, for why did this season happen? If it was going to mean absolutely nothing, why put us through it all? Sure, some minor changes happened here and there, like Newman running for vice president, Maeve becoming depowered and no longer being a factor, and the tragic death of Black Noir, who, without a shadow of a doubt, deserved way more than to die as meaninglessly and as pitifully as he did. I mean, freaking A-Train goes through a minor redemption arc and gets to use his powers again. A guy who definitely should have stayed dead after he took out the guy that permanently injured his brother, now gets a chance to redeem himself after he put himself in the same situation that he's been subjecting others to. Why did he escape unscathed but Black Noir had to die? It isn't just A-Train who has a weird, kind of pointless character arc either. The Deep goes through ups and downs with his wife, but ultimately it doesn't matter. He's still a Deep. He's still sleeping with fish. He's still buttering up Homelander, so he effectively didn't change at all. Kimiko and Frenchie had character arcs that had a lot of promise, but just ended up being plot devices, like Kimiko losing her powers, just to explain to the audience what Soldier Boy was capable of. After that, she went through an existential crisis just to get them back and have none of it matter. Or Frenchie, wanting to get as far away from Butcher as he could at the beginning of the season. He gets confronted by his past demons, and this allows the team to find the weapon that's strong enough to hurt Homelander. He's put in a spot where he has to confront and accept who he used to be, and instead of him acknowledging that is no longer who he is, instead of running away with Kimiko to start a life with her, just decides to stick with Butcher like the lapdog he is. Even Butcher himself had a strange character arc. He started the season super depressed and wanting to take out Homelander at any cost after doing things the right way didn't work. He burns bridges he shouldn't and goes all the way in the deep end in his quest to take out Homelander. And what does he do when given a chance? Fumbling. And I get him wanting to protect Ryan, but why not just grab Ryan and move him somewhere else, since now you're strong enough to do that? But no, we get this contrived fight between him and Soldier Boy to cap the season off. I do want to praise two characters though, Maeve and Homelander. First, Maeve's character arc for this season is all about leaving Vought and giving her all against taking out Homelander. And what does she do? What's her big climax? She gives her all against Homelander and is rewarded with a life free from Vought. Sure, she's depowered now, but I'm sure she's more than happy about that because now she doesn't have to be caught up in the nonsense of the soups. Homelander was just incredible from start to finish the season. And by that I mean the character performance delivered by Anthony Starr. Amazon really struck gold with this casting because it's truly a talent to look intimidating, conniving, and like you need to be punched in the face all at once. But Starr completely nails it. His performance really captures how much of a detached and twisted sociopath Homelander is, and is honestly one of my highlights of the season. Overall, I enjoyed the season, and I understand that due to the fact that this series is a TV show with contractual obligations, they have to make other seasons, so they can't just close each character arc in one go. But if you're gonna promise something, deliver on it. Don't tease us all the way to the end with this epic scorched earth battle and it turns out to be nothing but a mild rug burn. With the way the show is going, season 4 potentially can be better than season 3 was, and due to it possibly being the final season, they can really end the series with a bang instead of a soft, limp-wristed whimper like this season ended with.